What's up, everybody? My name is Ray, and I live part-time in my 2013 Ram cargo van that I fully converted myself. And I say part-time because I also have an apartment, and I'm a little unique situation. I'm actually on Section 8. I am disabled. Hello to all the autistic baddies out there. So I have autism and I'm on Section 8. And I started building out my cars when I started renting Section 8 apartments that were totally trash. And yeah, there's a process that you can file a complaint, you can file a fair housing complaint and try to get out of the apartment that you've gotten into, but that takes time. So I actually started building out my vans or my cars to kind of escape when I've accidentally rented a bad Section 8 apartment and I've got time to wait until the next one, which is actually what I'm going through currently right now, which is why I'm making this video. I've already made a video introducing you guys and giving you guys a van tour of the van. I love this van. I bought it last year after selling the great big van I had when I moved here to Oregon. So I scaled down so that I could use my van as an everyday driving van and also convert it. So it's not the size of the big, I think it was like a 1985 Ford Econoline big van I had last year. This one is everyday drivable so that I can stealth camp. I can stealth camp in the city, which is what I'm currently doing. I am currently stealth camping in the vicinity of like my apartments or a close park. Out here in Oregon, you pay for a yearly residential parking pass because a lot of the apartments out here don't have apartment parking. So parking, you have to pay for it yearly. Now, with that parking pass, you get what's called a zone. And a zone usually covers like several blocks. I heard it was 7, I'm not sure. But several blocks in the vicinity of your apartment of where you like live, right? So any park, any parking structure, any Walmart, any place that I can camp and park on the street that accepts my particular zone parking permit is where I can park right now. And I'm doing that camping. This is my summer camp trip because I'm currently renting an apartment and I'm dealing with some BS in that apartment. I think I've made another video about it already, one of my earlier videos. So if you're new here, welcome to my life. The bull crap there is called my life. Now I have a beautiful companion on this trip with me, my service dog Mickey, and I'm gonna put him on video in a few minutes, but I just wanted to start this video by saying that's why I'm doing this. So instead of staying up in my apartment that I currently am having issues with like the maintenance and with like accommodation discrimination, I stay in my van mostly, but I do go up to my apartment every day to shower and to cook, and I usually eat up there. So yeah, this is called romanticizing my life. I'm romanticizing my situation until I can get out of Oregon by camping. Summer stealth camping on the streets in my particular zone, wherever that allows me. And I do have to move because there is I think it's called like a 48-hour or 72-hour on-face rule out here in Oregon, which basically means like every 72 hours you have to move off the face of the block and you can't return on that same block for 24 hours. So I have to keep moving, and it's like a camping trip. And I'm going to show you my van. We lost a little bit of my light, but that's okay because I'm about to show you the van anyway. If I could figure out how to flip my camera. Hold on, y'all. Oh, and there's my light, my own light into my camera. So that's cool to see. Welcome to my bed. And there's Mickey, my co-pilot. And yes, I've dropped the phone a few times, and yeah, I'm actually just getting used to doing more filming like this. If any of you follow my TikTok, I make TikToks. That's kind of easy filming the other way. Now, I've had my YouTube channel for a couple of years now, so I have filmed like this before. But I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I'm also I have AVPD, which is called avoidant personality disorder. So it takes me a lot to start filming, and I had to learn how to film, learn how to hold the phone, learn how to look for the camera, and then force myself past my avoidant personality disorder to film. So because I haven't really been filming good videos for YouTube for a while, I've been on my TikTok. It's like I'm picking it back up and learning all over again. So forgive me, I may drop the phone. I may have to look for where I'm supposed to be looking in the camera and stuff like that, y'all. This is my very realistic life, neurodivergent life, weird girl syndrome. And I'm gonna show you what I hyperfixate on, which is my co-pilot, my baby, and building out my van, which is healing me. It's healing me from my past. I do this to kind of daydream and it not be maladaptive daydreaming. So living tiny, this is my sensory nook. I have certain fabrics and textiles in here like this. My headboard is made up of certain fabric. It's also over here on my bench. That same fabric, if I touch it, it's a cooling fabric. So I have my 2 fans to help regulate my body temperature, because as an autistic person, I can't do that for myself. Most autistic people struggle with comorbidities, which are other conditions that comes along with being autistic. And a big one is body temperature regulation. So that means if it's hot, I'm really hot. If it's cold, I'm really cold. I can't really regulate my body temperature. So I use fabrics and temperatures and layers of clothing to regulate my body temperature when it's hot, or certain cooling fabrics. My sheets are all cooling sheets and things like that to cool me down when it's hot, like now. And like my fans. I've got several fans. Here goes a fan that points directly over my bed while I sleep. Another thing about this is that this is modular, and I can set it up several different ways, because what I use are bins, like clothing bins. And so my clothing bins turn into cubes you could sit on, or I can make a bigger bed, or I can make my bed go this way, front to back, versus what it is now, which is the short way length. So I can change it into living room setup or bedroom setup, and I think that's what I like the most, is it being something I can change around totally all the time. For ADHD, I'm actually ADHD, means autistic with ADHD. So ADHD gives me 2 different sets. I have autism that wants to have things its way, and then ADHD that wants to have things its way. ADHD likes to change up a lot. Autism prefers rules. So I do that by, like, say for instance, my bedding is the set bedding for this decoration, for my decor. My bed matches. This is the only blanket that I will use in my van for the main blanket. Like, okay, so that's like a rule. I'll give my autism a rule. But sometimes I change the way I sleep, and I change the way I arrange my cubes, and sometimes I have it in bed mode all day, like today. Sometimes I'll make it into living room mode so we can have more living room space. If you can see here, I have actually a lot of walking space to use. and to switch things around. That is my kitchen space, my cabinets, my dishes, my fridge. So I can switch things around a lot, and that's another thing I like about it. So I think I'm going to keep this video pretty short here today. I just wanted to give you another idea of why the hell I've been in my van lately. It's because, again, I'm dealing with an apartment that I'm having issues with. So my van is my escape. It's where I can regulate my emotions and daydream and have a good time. I also work out in my van, so I do my yoga, my exercises, and it feels like my own bedroom. Y'all know what it's like to have your own bedroom with all your favorite stuff in it and da-da-da-da-da. That's what my bed is. My bed is like a super bedroom where all my favorite things are, including my refrigerator. I have a cooking stove in here. I have a barbecue pit. So I actually have everything like a little tiny home in here, and that's why I love my van so much. And I use it to get away from my Section 8 apartments when those are not going so well. It's called autism elopement. So I use my van to elope to when I don't want to stay in my apartment. So I want to bring you guys along for my journey. This is not the only thing I'll be doing on this channel. Right now I'm more stationary because I am waiting to leave Oregon. So I want to give you guys a look of a day in just stationary van life when you have a regular permanent spot. I pretty much park, like I said, around my apartments because I'm waiting to leave. So I don't drive right now just because I don't really have anywhere to go. I'm literally in a holding pattern waiting to leave. So I'll show you guys like different things in the van, like how I set up my bed area, or sometimes how I set up the living room area. Those are all the things that I want to bring to the channel and share with you guys while I'm sitting in this holding pattern. And then when I start traveling and moving around more, I'm going to bring you along for those type of things. I'm a foodie. I love to eat. I have lost 200 pounds, so I'm on my gastric bypass journey. Have any of you had gastric bypass? If you have, please drop it down in my comments below. And what about autism? Any of you guys have autism? Did you guys ever hear the myth that usually people grow out of autism? Because it's not true. You have autism for your whole life, and we're usually born with it. So if you have any questions, or if you want to say, hey, you're somebody from the autism community, you just want to say hi, van lifers, I want to know what you guys do when you have like a permanent or a long-term place to stay. What's your van life day look like? I'm going to take you, like my van life day is usually getting up in the van, going up to my apartment where I'm going to make me something to eat. Mickey goes with me and he uses his little potty pads on my balcony, and then I clean him up every day. I take my shower, all that good stuff, and cook and stuff, and then come back down to the van. So maybe I plan to bring you along for a little bit of that. I was trying to see what else I can get into. Fun fact is that yes, I'm a life coach. Yes, I'm also a trauma survivor. I grew up in foster care and I've been through a lot of trauma, which is why I became a life coach, because I had to go through life coaching myself. So I was like, let me help other people go through the things that I've gone through. But in my free time, I'm a spiritualist. I love to meditate. I love yoga. I do readings, so there'll be times that I'll maybe do a reading or bring a reading to you guys. Crystal readings, chakra readings, tarot readings, oracle readings, and talking to those who have moved over on the other side. I actually have a huge fascination with paranormal investigations, and yeah, I took a class one time to get licensed as a bounty hunter. So it's in me to want to hunt things. I went to college for a while. I studied forensic psychology, how to recognize serial killers and things like that. I also took crime scene and investigations. So breaking down a crime scene, photographing. I mean, y'all, there's a lot of things we could talk about on this channel. So I kind of like to combine my background in psychology and crime scene investigation and bounty hunting, the hunt, with my spirituality and investigating paranormal and mediumship, and if I can talk to spirits and things like that. So there's a lot of things that I would like to bring to my channel other than just life coaching. It's kind of like I don't have a niche. This is just my life. So sometimes there'll be readings. Sometimes we'll talk about life lessons. Sometimes I'll show you what a day in van life looks like. Sometimes you'll see a day in my apartment, and sometimes maybe we'll go on ghost hunts. So it's basically my life and all the things I like to do. And I just thought I'd really break it down what this channel is about. I do have a few videos already talking and stuff like that. I'm also getting used to being on camera. I kind of grew up in performing arts, but I've always been camera shy. I'm the girl that likes to be in the group. I'm the girl that likes to be in the back. So it's taken me a while to get used to being on TikTok and social media to force myself to come and talk to these cameras and be in the front. And then just bring you guys along with my journey. It took me to go through a lot of healing before I wanted to share my everyday life. If most of you don't know already, I'm a kidnap survivor. So showing people where I'm at and where I'm staying or where I've been has been something I've had to get over, that came with the trauma of surviving being kidnapped. So it's why my channel has taken a little bit longer to get off the ground. So y'all, please give me grace. Give me some patience. But I'm gonna get on off this thing. I love y'all. Block that bullshit. And take care of yourselves the best you can, y'all. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I do make a lot of shorts. When I have my nonverbal days, being autistic, I have days where I just don't have it in me to speak. I am a gestalt processor, and I have semi-verbalism. So I do go through days where I don't speak, and those will be the days where I'll just maybe load a short to the channel and you guys can watch my shorts or whatever. So I hope you enjoy the content. Give me any ideas if there's anything you guys like to talk about or like to share. I'm trauma informed, so please know that if you are a trauma survivor, you're right where you belong. Autistic people, ADHD people, I love you. I will share maybe some advice about my abuse recovery coaching. So you'll get a lot of good tips by just following my channel, because I'll throw them in here and there. Because I'm retired in business, so rather than have a life coaching business or have a spiritual advisory business, I'm retired. I'm on my own healing journey, and so I'm sharing that for free instead of like a business model. This is more like just my life and the things I like to do. And the bonus of you following my journey is getting a reading every now and then when I feel like doing a reading or channeling from spirit. I've been getting downloads lately anyway, and I know that there's going to be a collective of you guys following me that is going through a transformation. I know I've got some butterflies, some people that maybe you got it out the mud. I know that I'm going to attract a collective of people who have had to build your stuff from ground up. And maybe you're interested in getting in van life, or maybe you're struggling. I also talk about food stamps and how to apply for Social Security and how to fight and get your SSI benefits if you have disabilities. So follow along with my journey, and I'll be gladly sharing tips with you guys, sharing food and sharing moments. You guys can be my family. I don't have family. I grew up in foster care and I'm now an orphan. Both my parents are already gone. And if you haven't been following my TikTok journey, I did just locate my foster parent that I have been trying to find for many, many, many years, thinking that maybe I could connect back with her and maybe become a small or maybe just a invited part of her family. I know that's my desire in me, to be loved. I have so much love to give and I want to be a part of a family. But I located one of her daughters found me actually and reached out to me a couple of weeks ago on Facebook, and so I'm gonna share that story too. But my foster mom has dementia, and she most likely will not remember me. So I've had to deal with just taking some closure and being okay with that. With this journey is just gonna be about me, y'all. It's just gonna be me and my co-pilot right there. I guess there's no going back. There's no going back to my old foster care or foster mom. My parents are already gone. This truly is just my journey now of growing up, and my life kind of didn't turn out the way I thought. I'm not surrounded by people. I really am just on my own, just me. I don't even have humans in my life. You guys are the humans in my life. So under my playlist, you can find Orphan Oracle on the Road. That is a hashtag of mine as well. Because I'm an orphan and I'm a nomad. I live a nomadic lifestyle. I think I got the bug to move around a lot from being in foster care. I know a lot of foster people or foster kids that were formerly foster kids. They could relate to that. So I live a nomadic lifestyle, just trying to live now and be happy as someone by myself on my own with no family, except for my wonderful social media family, my YouTube. I love you guys, and like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I just thought I'd drop you guys an informational video of kind of what to expect on this channel. Let's see what we can get into. Let's see where my life goes. You're following me, the series of Sunny Rains days. And with that, you get the story about my life, plus maybe some readings, plus we'll go get some food and take some trips. And I hope you'll stay for the journey. Please click subscribe, join me, and let's see where we can go. Drop some comments. If you guys are knowing of any meetups coming up, van lifers, anything like that, hey, I want to meet you. I want to meet van lifers, so join my tribe, y'all. I love you, and I'm gonna talk to you later. I'm gonna get off this thing and save the rest of what I gotta say for the next video. So hit share, please share to help my channel grow. It really helps me out. And know that you are loved. Who's ever watching my videos, you deserve love and support and friends and safety. And I hope you get it all. And let's do it, y'all. Let's survive together. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Say bye, Mickey. Bye.